Hi all. Yeah, SV Tapatya, I'm Tony. And if you watched last week, you'll be aware that last week the video concentrated on just one job, which was the formatering of these worktops, the heads and the galley worktops. So the entire video, I say, showed one thing. And this week's going to be quite different because around and about that, there's been all sorts of bits going on. So, you know, as you will no doubt be aware, because it's the only thing in the news at the moment, we're in very strange times. Shops are mainly shut. The hardware stores are opened again here now, but it's rather hard to get bits. You've restricted access to those hardware stores. The number of people in at any one time is restricted. So there's only certain times of the day you can go and get in unless you're prepared to queue up for a long time, which not my favourite activity. Getting bits is a bit harder, and I like ordering things online as well from various suppliers, and the delivery of online purchases is often distinctly slower at the moment. So getting bits is difficult is not the right word, but it's different. Getting the stuff that you need to build. So I've got little bits going on all over the place and other things waiting for parts or materials to arrive, and we'll just have a quick look around some of that, I think. So a couple of weeks ago, you'll remember probably that I was making up this cherry wood board, and one job we got done was to get it mounted there. It's got 8 coats of Epiphanes varnish on it, which took 8 days on a day, you know. And then the clock's up, the barometer's up, the light's up, it's wired up, mounted in position, looking very tidy. Yeah, and I say your goal is just to fix the position down, tighten it all up. Just get the spirit level in position now. Okay, let's go for it. Once it comes through, pull that one through. As I say, start, just pull it through till it goes gently tight. Yeah. Perfect. Fancy. Very lovely. I've ordered a chart light which is going to mount on here with a swan neck thing to come out here for the extra chart reading light. So that's on its way. I've also, while we're here, I've got these old brass lights that I've had for a long time with the regular bayonet bulb fitting, but I've got adapters to LED for those. I gave them a bit of a clean up. They're going to come up in here, one each side, and I've ordered lights for this end. I may have said that to you before because I ordered them I think in February and they're still not here. The delivery date now is looking at the middle of May, I think. It takes a while sometimes. And I've got this stainless dome light that's going to go in the heads, and I've had this for a long time, so it's a nice good quality light. And when I came to fit it, the wiring's in through to the heads, I put the wiring in. When I came to fit it, the switch was broken, so I ordered 10 days or so ago and just received the switch and fitted a little new switch in there for it. We wire it up and get it mounted. And while we're about it, in here will be, because opening it gently. In here will be the wire that I use. And I've actually, it's the first time I've ever gone berserk and used proper boat wire. And throughout this boat I've used tinned multi-core wire. So that's a roll of the wire. And it's silicone wire, so it's very flexible, multi-core, tinned. It's very nice wire, but tinned wire is not cheap, is it? Which is why I've never used it in the past. Anyhow, that's what I'm wiring with, running through. So I've got that now to wire in those brass lights that I was telling you about. The light and the head's coming in soon. Okay. Don't know if on there it is. It's coming through, there we go. Okay, now shall we? Oh! Quite nice actually. So I'm doing a bit of a dug here. Lots of things going on in here. Well, the toilet itself is just stood in position, there's the toilet, and it makes for a handy seat for me to talk to you from. PVC flooring for the heads area is at the moment just cut to shape. It's not glued in, it's cut to shape. get the glue to glue it down. Maybe this evening. And if you can see in here, can you see in there? I've started, there's some screws sticking out. I've started laminating up this curved section that fills in that. And there's a purpose to this. It's because I want these posts to act as grab posts for when you're in a seaway, walking through there, be able to get in there and grab those. So that'll be just rounded off here or smoothed off, and that gives you a good access to those posts. And this piece in here that I'm making up, I'm laminating up out of 3mm aircraft plywood. So it's got really thin plies. I think there's 6-ply plywood on a 3mm thick board, so obviously 0.5mm thick each ply. So very, very thin, and I hoped it would be super flexible, and it wasn't. So I've struggled to laminate that up in there to get a nice curve in there, and you'll see what I've done. I think the first piece there, I cut slots down the back of it so that I could bend it more easily. I think I stole the idea from Mads. I think so. I've got it from somewhere on YouTube, that's for sure. It might work. And then after that I've put in narrow strips around laminating it up, and there's one more layer. I'm sure I'll epoxy one more layer on there. Then it'll be 4 layers of 3mm ply, so 12mm plus whatever the glue thickness is. And it's already sounding quite solid. Sounds good. So that's coming on. Last thing this week, or is it? So the tiles. The tiles arrived. You might remember a couple of weeks ago I said I'd ordered the tiles. These are the tiles that will go under the stove. They will go down there, down that side. And they will be coming along on that bulkhead there. You can swing around and get that, Hazel. They're in a plastic wrapper at the moment, so. But they're going to look nice. I'm pleased with those. Very pleased with those. Fine. We'll be getting on with that very soon. In fact, that will be one of the next jobs. The tile that line there, get this fiddle on here, get that tiled in, finished. These are still in undercoat, so they're waiting for gloss also. Coming up very soon. it's that time in the boat build where there's bits going on everywhere. You know, it's kind of crazy, but most enjoyable. Let's cut there, have a quick look in the shed, shall we?
More work than we do. Than I do.
We're in the shed with Hazel.
Yeah.
What's going on here, Hazel?
Oh, just have a look here. The oars. These are my oars that we bought with the dinghy that I have, the pump-up dinghy.
Yeah, the one that
inflatable.
we bought it in England, didn't we?
Yeah. Off the Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
But on the mainland.
On the mainland, yeah, we did.
Yeah. So what we did, we took the varnish off, we sanded it off, and now it has 2 coats of thin epoxy on it. So
does it feel dry to the touch now?
it does, yeah.
Good. And rough, do you think it needs another quick sand or not?
Yeah, it's a bit rough.
So what will happen next is we give it a quick flick over with some sandpaper. And then you're going to paint them, aren't you?
Yes, that is the plan. Paint them white so you can see them in the sea.
Right, should you lose them.
Exactly, which you do not do, ideally.
No, but yeah, good one. So there we go. So it's going to be a quick flick sand and then a coat of, or 2 coats of undercoat, I dare say.
Yeah, yeah.
Looking good though, aren't they? Nice oars.
Yeah, they do. Got a few cracks in them. On one of those.
They're not new, but they're in good nick.
Yeah.
They're in good nick.
They were a bit wet at the start, that's why we had to wait.
Exactly. Yeah, and we stripped the varnish off, and they were quite damp under the varnish, weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, so we had to let them dry out for a bit. It's all good now.
Yeah. Good. And that is a quick look round at what's going on this week, guys. So there's bits here, there and everywhere, lots of little jobs, quite a contrast to last week's one big job, isn't it? Yeah, wish to say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Give us all that. Click subscribe, please, if you haven't already. Bye.